the online portal. So let's start. Who are we starting with? Kay, right? Kay, you're starting for us this morning with the newspapers.
The Custodian newspaper says VRA boss urges utility companies to power Africa's future. And upon Nkrumah demands MP scrutiny of new IMF deal. And the banner headline says Galamsey booms under NDC as government leaves Agenda 111 for illegal miners. Then Ghana's revenue reforms failing structural test. Professor Bokpin. Zoom Lion promises to pay MMDA fumigation staff. And deadly crash. Minority seeks urgent fixes on Accra-Kumasi highway. And then the News Center newspaper says sustainability must become a way of life. Blowet, the CEO of MTN Ghana, and ECG's fragile gains. Cut losses in 2025. Deeper deficits amidst 34.7 billion Ghana cedis power cost, 22.1 billion Ghana cedis revenue. And public officials demand bribes from 7 in 10 people. GBC awards $3.6 million contract without PPA approval. And there's the famous Professor Amin Al-Hassan, Director General of GBC. This picture featuring the poor pay is eroded media independence. Mumin says. So that is for the News Center newspaper.
That last headline is very important. It says, please read it again for the listening public.
Oh, the last one says...
some money has passed somebody's hand.
No.
GBC, the last but one.
Not that one.
The last but one.
K is missing there.
Relax.
It's missing why I say you should read. There's something pay, which
it's important that I touch on the last but one and go to the one you want me to touch on.
The state broadcaster paid with all our monies.
GBC awards $3.6 million contract without PPA approval.
Was it the same
and it
GBC that were
says
told that
audit
had received some money to cover some tournaments that
the All Africa Games
they didn't get the money?
Yes.
Was it the same GBC?
Yes, same GBC.
Okay. And they are awarding contract in dollars.
Ghana Boys Company.
I thought there was a directive. So outside of the without PPA approval, well, maybe it didn't go through PPA. That's why it's in dollars. But we were told to price every contract in cedis.
Are we talking about real estate people too?
Yeah, I remember the finance minister last year when he was reading the budget, particularly when the city was rallying, was urging that price the contract in city valuation among.
And then when we go and borrow, we come and tell everybody that we borrowed how much dollars did we borrow?
But
the very last one, it says poor pay is eroded media independence.
Repeat it again.
Poor pay. Poor pay.
Thank you very much.
Poor pay is eroded media independence.
Poor salaries,
I know
right?
where Marina is getting towards.
Oh no, I'm not getting anywhere. Media independence is very important.
We stand in solidarity with all of you.
Very, very important. And so the work you want journalists to do, I mean, I've seen people have conversations as to investing in private media to enable improve journalism amongst other things.
When you have people investing in private media, owning private media, and controlling the narrative for political interest and personal or parochial interests, what are you expecting? Yeah. The reason journalists will finish attending a press conference and be queuing for Nokofio to be in solidarity with whatever it is that they want to be in charge with is because of those things. What is the remuneration? If you join the military, if you join the police, if you join the fire service, if you get into the civil service, you know that after 4 years, 5 years, you know that there's some promotion that will come with the requisite remuneration that will come along with it. When you join the newsroom, what do you get? What do you get? What do you get?
Senior reporter.
I think, Mawina, these are harsh realities, and over the years we've seen how that has influenced our politics.
Okay, we talk about
largely.
everybody's issues. Do we talk about our own issues?
Because we say it's a fourth estate.
Helen wants to maintain silence.
Right.
Oh, you know the saying, thank God we don't look like what we're going through. Because you see media personalities, why a shepherd, big stomach, everybody looking nice suits.
But
we don't know you are suffering, no. People said this one is laboro. You don't look like what you are going through. If you are going through, see something, say something.
Look, there are journalists in the Ashanti region, and they say it themselves on air. That look, what they depend on is their ID card. ID card on DDD. ID card on DDD. I mean, our situation may be different here, but ID card on DDD. Can you imagine that? The ID card is what they so they flag it. They flag it and they know that, oh, you are from media house A or B.
Yeah, if you don't have it, then means you not get the you don't get the solidarity.
Yes. How do you talk about everybody's problems? Nurses have problems, you talk about it. Teachers, whoever comes forward, we talk about their problems.
Voice of many.
and a man of nothing.
But who is to blame? Why should the media person be poor?
I don't know.
Why should the media person be underpaid? So there are two things I'll say. Microphone. Oh, right, okay. Okay, so there was, what's his name? Bob. Bob. Technical. It was
Bob Franklin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Franklin.
Papa Franco.
Yeah, Papa Franco. I want him to understand one thing. We have uni and we have multi, so you should understand. So Franklin, if you're listening to me, we have uni and we have multi. You know the reason I'm saying this. I don't have to come straight to the microphone to talk. He knows what I'm talking about. When I'm speaking and the mic is here, you should be able to hear. So Bob knows it's better. So let me say something. You negotiate for what you are worth. Number one. If your employer doesn't want to pay you what you are worth, step down.
Patrice.
And now more than ever, the media space is far more lucrative than a lot of jobs. And I'll just throw it straight in your face, right in this house. Who is 1957? What did he opt to do that opened the doors for him?
So Nene 1957
Yes, sir.
actually interned here.
Thank you. So the point is that now more than ever, social media, now there's nothing called media. There's nothing called radio. Where are we? Aren't we on TV? There is no radio station in this world unless you want to cocoon yourself into a radio. Everybody wants to see. So we are live on Facebook. You are live on, what's the name? YouTube and all those things. So now it is television. Everybody's seeing. And now more than ever, you can just take the microphone and say anything you want to say based on your mindset and the vision that you have for what you are capable of doing. So don't restrict yourself to the newsroom, thinking that is where your money is going to come from.
Well, Patrice,
go on social media, go on air. Well, you can disagree. I don't have a problem with that.
You largely because
my problem is that develop yourself.
Let Patrice finish then now.
Develop yourself. Do not ever tell me that you're a media person and you are being underpaid. My other issue has to do with why do we have a certain threshold for banks to establish? But for the media that we so claim is the fourth estate of the realm or fourth realm of the estate. Which one is it?
Of the realm.
Okay, estate of the realm, which I doubt. I will tell you that.
Which is the case, actually.
No, it is not the case. Because the media is one of the worst protagonists when it comes to development in the country.
No.
Yes, I'll tell you the reason.
No.
Okay, so let me just say.
No.
When the budget is read,
let the retirees go, let the young grow.
And when they read the budget, what happens? You bring NDC, bring MPP to come and talk about the budget. NDC will say it's good, MPP will say it's bad.
I want you to make the point.
So let me just make the point.
I can get others too.
Why do you have a threshold? For me, the point is that we have spread the media space too wide. A small country like
that's
ours.
a making of your constitution.
Pluralism.
Yes,
Media pluralism.
So go to Singapore.
That's a making
Go
of
to
your
Singapore
constitution.
and check. Go to Singapore and
law.
check. Go to Indonesia and check. My point is that the fact that it is commonplace doesn't mean it has to be made like that. So we can give a threshold and say that amalgamate. So A, B, C should come together. If you don't have this amount of money or don't pay the media person that amount of money, then don't go in. But because the private space, anybody can choose to do it. So don't come and cry if you have accepted a certain thing. But again, I say now more than ever.
Fair point.
Now more
I
than
think
ever.
the point has been
Why I disagree with Patrice.
quick, and then
is,
Johnny
you know,
disagrees as well. Helen has decided to
Patrice was,
to try serving in the conversation. So
Patrice was highlighting. I mean, nobody listens to radio. Everyone listens
Wants to see-
No, I didn't say nobody
media.
listens to
He
radio.
said- no, he,
No,
the
I mean you
argument-
said it categorically.
Why do
but
you want to cocoon yourself into a radio?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I'm saying that now.
And-
No, I didn't say nobody listens to radio.
No,
I'm saying
you-
that
you- let me
now-
land. Let me.
No,
I
no,
haven't
no,
even landed.
No, your premise is wrong.
No, so he
Your premise is wrong.
The
I didn't say
premise is-
nobody listens to radio.
it says
I am
why
saying that
why everybody
now.
wants
No,
to
I'm saying that
box
now more
themselves
than
into
ever,
a radio,
there,
and
there
that
ought not be
your-
a radio station because everybody is now
It's
doing
figurative,
radio
Patrice,
and
but you said it.
television.
That's. I mean,
I didn't
that's
say
bottom
nobody
line.
listens. Yes,
fair.
that's why I
Okay.
said you are on YouTube, you
YouTube
are on
and
Facebook. So
Facebook
now
and on
radio
Facebook.
is television.
No, I
Radio
just
is
wanted to
television,
make
yeah.
the point that it's a hybrid space now. You can't do just digital. You have to do digital and then do the traditional, because my brothers and sisters in Gushegu, you know, far away in Bentiri and Sola and the likes.
Kanvli and all those
Yes, you know, probably are on their farms where even phone connection is difficult. Telephone connection is even difficult, not to talk of data, internet connection. So they listen to their radios. These are people I interact with regularly, and I see how the radio serves them. I see how, I mean, they rely on the information from the radio. What they hear on the radio is the law, you know, and that's why it's also important that as media personalities, we are conscious of what we say when we're on air, because some people take our word for it. Now to the issue of pay, Patrice, it's offer and acceptance, rightfully.
with consideration in the middle.
Like you, rightfully, like you put it. But let's not assume 1957's emergence is a case study for media success. No, we've seen a lot. Yes, he's doing very well, but let's not use that as a benchmark to undermine. Because
I beg to differ.
he's one of
you made
many.
your point, so-
You know, he's one of many.
I can't mention
Patrice.
everybody at the same time.
And
So
you
I
know,
mentioned him.
there's this,
So there's Kojo
there-
Sheldon.
there's this
There's Zion
mindset,
Felix.
there's this
There's all of them.
mindset about,
Sheldon used to walk around here.
Thank
there's
you.
this mindset about monetizing. Once you are digital, you monetize. Once you are digital, Patrice, I've been doing digital for over 15 years, and it doesn't work like that. Some of us started the first digital agencies in Ghana, Patrice. It
Yes,
doesn't
ma'am.
work like that. It's not a one size fits all approach. It doesn't work like that. You see, there are investments in the background you don't see. So it looks like, oh, they just emerged and it's so beautiful and they are doing so well. But you and I know there are investments in the background people don't talk about. There are gatekeepers. When they don't open doors for you, you can't go through the door. So let's not assume that, I mean, the space is such that once you are able to explore it creatively, you emerge.
I very much disagree with the last
Fair.
line.
Let me go
There's
to
no
Johnny
gatekeeper
so that
when
we
it
can
comes to
we
social
can
media.
do we can do
There is a gate. There are
we can
gatekeepers.
we can do the rest of the papers because we have to get to the papers.
we have to.
Now I'm regretting even asking.
Regret asking. No, let's go on.
So,
regret.
so Helen is has a deep pocket, right?
I see it.
Helen attends a funeral. Sees an MC emceeing a funeral, and decides that, oh, I have a radio station. And says, oh, what is the level of the trader? That is why on most of the account-based radio stations and TV stations, we hear things that are not in sync with those who have gotten training to be on air. Right?
I got you.
That's one. Number two, when those people are being brought on air, they are giving money. So Helen will come, acceptance, offer, consideration. Helen will come and sit, race, contemporary, bring a CV, they would put a peg her on a certain level. Yeah. But when some of those people are being brought, they are giving extra, right? Extra bucks that they are giving. And that's the unfairness that Kay is talking about. People are working and getting underpaid on media. So look, Marina, I'll tell you this. Myself and Gideon Sakite, my former producer here on Community Connect. You remember Gideon Sakite? We went to the French embassy and there was a soiree, press soiree. Look, there was somebody serving finger foods, right? At some point, they brought the finger foods to us. They chased their food onto the ground. The food, everything fell on the ground, and they went down with the food, and everybody was speaking. These are journalists. So the French ambassador at the time, it was the lady. She was so mortified. She said,
Sophie Harvey.
Yes, she said, really? Really? That's how low we sink this trade that we are trying to ply with great felicity of style. That's how we have sunk it so low. It is not because, it's because everybody, if you ask any of the politicians, what is the media supposed to say? Entertain, inform, educate.
What is the GGA doing about
the GGA? Unfortunately, they don't set up the media houses.
The GGA don't set up the media houses.
They're supposed to represent. We've seen nursing associations.
There's been conversations
we've seen nursing associations.
There's GJ. There's everything. What did they do? I have never applied for a GJ award before. Never. I've never.
No,
filed.
Johnny, I put to you that the GJ and the likes are doing a lot.
I am saying
they
that
are doing
I
a lot
have
to
never
support.
applied for a GJ award before. Never. I've done stories that sometimes cut some of the stories that are present. I've never, and I can show you some of my documentary. Never, because the GJ will see journalists being beaten up, and they say we condemn it in no uncertain terms.
Condemn and then
they leave it at that. Ya bwedwa ya bwafo, blah blah blah. They said we're going to set up a gang of lawyers to go and deal with. They don't do nothing for us. They don't do nothing for us. They don't do nothing for us.
Let's do the rest of the papers. Helen says she's a passenger on this one. So
absolutely.
Let's get details.
I'll leave the Daily Gist for Patrice. Let me get into the new publisher. There are many other stories for us to sink our teeth into, but of course, it's a valid conversation. I'm in this trade. One thing that I do agree with Patrice on is that this is a private space. You also go in knowing your worth. But like Johnny said as well, the space is saturated with persons who don't do it for the passion, who don't do it for the love of it, who don't do it with the requisite training.
Right.
It's a very big conversation. I don't even know if we can even
get into it. It's okay.
The new publisher says, hide nothing, fear nothing. Minority demands action after Brimso Bridge fatal crash. And hands off the public purse. Atuforce is pictured here, and he's vowing fiscal discipline. Bribery epidemic hits 18% as more officials demand chop money. From Golu to the
Golu? That's Liman's hometown.
From Golu to the UK. Why the Tangia Musa Cultural Expo matters. A bit of a mouthful there. And yesterday, when I was watching you on News Central unravel this story, ganja ice cream and drinks, 10 busted. So this is across the different...
What? The Abele was that we know.
Yeah, man, it's infused. How much are you going to get from selling Abele was with infused...
What do you mean how much are you... They're on the campus, and the campus...
You know...
No, but you won't sell it like you sell the original Abele walls. There's a premium on it.
Frederick is telling me that Frederick is telling me don't go there. Do you know how much money they make? I retract my I go back on my claims they don't make money because.
So yeah, I thought that was quite an interesting conversation that you had. I mean,
it was. They will spin. And
it's not even just the ice cream and the drinks that are infused these days. The popcorn is infused.
Yeah.
Nkati cake is infused.
Even the
check okra soup. Okra stew.
Wow.
They can infuse the nkontomre.
Be careful
plantain.
what you eat.
You go on the campuses and you know sobolo. I mean all kinds. And then I think you expanded the conversation to include what they call the balloons and so on and so forth. Was it NACOP representative that says, well, now they have their sights set firmly on the universities and the activities that go on there. I mean, my main worry is for those who consume it without knowing what is involved. And not everybody has the same reaction to some of these substances. So your peers might be able to handle it, and you might not. So for our young ones on the campuses, don't be peer pressured to do something that you don't want to do, and also you don't know what your body is going to do in terms of reacting to some of these substances. But I found it funny. Ganja ice cream and drinks. To be young. I tell you,
the ringleader is 23. Patrice says you should do the daily gist.
All right.
I have a lot more here.
All right. Let's get into the daily gist. Let's see what the front page has for us. 2 TikTokers in court over president's 150 million Ghana cedi slip with security capo. No third term for Mahama. Mosquito blasts NDC agenda pushes. I don't know how many more times we're going to be hearing this, or how many more times this point has to be reiterated. The president says he's not looking for a third term.
He had an interesting point to raise. General Sinukete said, if you look at President Mahama and you bring a law that precludes him from contesting, you possibly may be opening the gate for President Akufo-Addo to come and contest.
But
that's why I kept quiet.
Understand why people want to rally around.
The man has said he doesn't want it.
Even if he hasn't, he wants it. We won't let him
He
have
won't
it.
get it.
We, the people of Ghana,
He won't get it.
won't let him have it. The NDC should understand they are not all of Ghana. How many people voted for them?
The preamble of the Constitution says the people of Ghana.
When we take that number out of the total population of Ghana, are they more than Ghanaians?
So, Kekujo, are you saying that you were not picking up any signals that there was some kind of
I have. I've even written on it.
I see. Some kind of... where exactly would you say that call was coming from? This clamor for... or whispers, chatter, trying to infiltrate the space with this message. Where was it coming from?
It's actually blabber.
I mean,
Blabber.
There are factions within every political party. And it's like families, there are always gates. And sometimes one gate feels that their family head should rule forever. Or their...
preferred candidates.
Dynasty should rule forever. It doesn't work like that in democracy.
It wasn't coming from the general Ghanaian populace, you say?
No, I don't think it was coming from the general populace.
Or was it the
from
euphoria?
The sentiment analysis that Imani did, it showed clearly that it was a political machination, and there were some people who were interested in just pushing an agenda because they felt, of course, the president has done well to take us from Egypt into the promised land we haven't got into yet. I mean, look at where we were, and look at where we are.
Is that what was? Is that is that the euphoria that maybe was pushing the agenda from where we've come from, and people saying, I never want to go back there? And if this
so John Mahama has done very well,
yes,
but that doesn't put him on the pedestal to say we will want to insult the Constitution or the dictates of the Constitution. He's done well.
Those who are saying he's done so well, even this morning I saw Bola around Kaneshi. The reset has not been fully accomplished.
So John
the
Mahama
24-hour economy has not been fully executed.
So John Mahama has appointed an MCE, and it is not John Mahama who will go and collect the ball. The MCE has to be sacked if he is not.
Yes, but so far as it rests with the executive, that appointment rests with the executive. He will share in the blame.
Absolutely,
he will share in the blame. So I'm saying that growth is a process. I mean, we cannot just wake up one day and, as much as we want a reset, and that is what political communicators do. They lie us into believing there's a magic wand that just waves and everything changes. It's a process. It's not an event.
Life becomes
It's supposed to
sweet
go
and
through the mill. It's supposed to run for a while before we see the changes we want. So,
and it
if you want
requires
to
very
measure him-
unsexy decisions, very hard, uncomfortable decisions, which
Exactly.
I don't really see politicians really interested in. And I see Patricia just swaying in his seat. It's like music to his
If I were John
we are
Mahama,
confirming
if I were
his,
John Mahama, I would have
his
done.
That's right.
I would have done a reshuffle by now, because that was one of the cardinal sins of President Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
I would have done a reshuffle by, because some of his appointees are becoming too comfortable. You swap them.
So it's about, what, a year and a half, and you think it's time for a reshuffle?
Yes.
We've gone past a year and a half.
Yes,
in
we have.
August. Some of them are becoming too comfortable.
You have 4 years, and there's a scorecard. So you look at the scorecard, and then you do a reshuffle.
I don't need to drive
because
through
there are
town
people
and
who
see
have
ball.
not met their operational targets. They
Yeah.
haven't met their key performance indicators. What are they still doing in office?
I don't need to drive through
Patrice
Kaneshi
said,
to see baller.
Very, very true.
I
In
don't
fact,
need to drive through Kaneshi to see baller. If you are not performing, go home.
Do we have to put military people out there on the roads to
Selling for Mankwa is
to
dead.
force people? And you know that is undemocratic. You know it's unconstitutional. What we saw during the cleanup exercise, no matter how much we want to applaud it,
I mean, those
does not
forcing
fall
people-
within the tenets of law. Forcing people, stopping people, beating people. We saw all those things during the cleanup. Why do we have to use that, walk that road to achieve what we are looking for? So as much as there's a reset, we should understand that we are resetting. We haven't been reset.
Hard decisions ought to be taken.
It's still a
Unsexy
still a
decisions.
continuation.
Just two more quick ones on the Daily Gist, and then I will hand over. Takwa MP MCE fingered in global ore mine fracas. We spoke about that a little bit yesterday. I hope we retire that very soon.
Embroiled
It's one of our Ghanaianisms.
Get you to read.
It's one of the many things Ghanaian about our news.
Very, very much.
Get you to read.
Naps.
Upon Nkrumah chases new IMF deal for scrutiny. You've got Petro Nkrumah pictured here on the front page, and that's it for these two papers.
Johnny,
that
Well,
I
the
have
New
got.
Finder newspaper this morning says oil price stabilizes at $85 per barrel. Bank of Ghana sets 10% bad loan target for banks. Hey, non-performing loans. Okay. President Mahama pushes Africa Caribbean trade link, and that day after, and I was there to host the first Ghana Caribbean Gala over the weekend.
Oh, beautiful.
The money is sweet, but it's okay. Financial analyst blames global oil prices for fuel hikes. Also, Ghana reference rate rises to 10.61% in August. We don't have nothing on there.
Right, okay, so I have a few here.
Yes.
There's one called Women in Leadership. It says, Auditor General Dr. Pamela Graham strengthens ties with Parliament to advance accountability. GoldBod Jewelry eyes UK showroom as High Commission backs made in Ghana gold products. The Punch this morning says, don't ignore hepatitis B. It can lead to liver cancer. This is according to Dr. Mototi. YEA boss assures beneficiaries of a better welfare and prompt allowance payments. Also, $30 million nursing training college project to hit Ahafo Ano Southwest. And the Supreme this morning says, MYDE, Christian Council unite against drug abuse and cyber crime. Also, Ghana Gas CEO commended for record growth and strong leadership. On the front page of the Herald this morning, Stephen Amwa betted 1.44 million Ghana cedis on Maslock forensic audit. Year of roads.
In search of 2 million cedis.
Year of roads apostles demand Mahama spends $300 million on Accra Kumasi Highway first. Let's reunite. certificate with competence. Let's reunite certificate. I think that is attributed to Sir Sam Jonah. Okay, you had the finder this morning. Africa Today says, Yowa Overlord pushes for educational development. The Chronicle, Friends of Rivers urges government to protect road reservations. Youth Ministry, DTI signed 3-year pact to equip youth with industry skills. And the banner headline says, government loses 200 million Ghana cedis in revenue to keep lorry fares low. The expose says, demands, well, okay, Adamos lawyers writes to the New Republic editor, demands front page retraction and apology or face court action. Bono Ahafu Echo says, Buffer Stock regional manager enters race for NDC regional organizer. Discover says, NPP's democracy under attack. Demonstration set for tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot more. So there's a young, the insights. Has Kwabena Japan says Ghana must be, let me just, because the writing is not, Ghana must be re-engineered back to prosperity. That is according to Kwabena Japan.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take you online now.
Right.
3news.com. Ghana fully supports the petition on slavery. Jamaica proposes to submit to King Charles III. That's according to President Mahama. Youth Development Ministry, Christian Council launched Sound Youth, Sound Nation initiative to tackle drug abuse. Ghana Airport Company Limited dismisses 2 car park workers for begging passengers for money. And we'll get into that story and a bit more in terms of Ghana National Association of Private Schools raised concerns over credibility of 2026 BC results. And Western Region, 4 dead, several injured after dynamite explosion in Aboso caused by a shot at a snake. This story, I'll have us share quick thoughts on. MyJoyOnline.com quickly. I said Nketia calls for state funding of party primaries, says 2014 one member, one vote exercise costs 14 million cedis. Also here, 1 year is enough to replace delegate system with one member, one vote. Said Nketia. 4 killed, several injured in Aboso explosion. Airport company sacks 2 airport car park workers over passenger extortion. City Newsroom, economic emancipation is Africa's next battle. President Mahama to push for Caribbean inclusion. Okay, I think this is... Well, Selina Tamaklo still in prison despite acquittal. Kwachio Fusu. This is the updated ones, right? It said Nketia, scrapping delegate system will increase cost of internal elections. GNCCI, timely execution of 24-hour economy key to sustaining recovery. Western region, 4 killed, others injured in dynamite explosion at Aboso. Ghana Web, mother of 2 jailed for life for killing husband with broken bottle after quarrel. NPP's Alhaji Masawood sets a record straight on reports of snatching Fancy Gadam's wife. Former Guinea presidential officials concubine arrested in Ghana over Interpol alert. Achim Oda MC fined for cursing MP over Galamsey allegations. Fake soldier in lieutenant colonel's uniform reportedly arrested. Those are the details, right?
Yeah.
On that explosion at Abosu, I mean, who tries to kill a snake with a gun?
Irresponsibility.
When there are explosives in the area, I don't understand it. You've seen a snake. Yes, it's been terrorizing the community for some time. Why in God's name are you seeking to shoot at a snake when you can... Snake there, we've used sticks and stones to kill snakes for a very long time. What innovation, what skill?
You who have been killing snakes.
No,
I mean, I know what you're saying.
How are you going about shooting at a snake and you ended up shooting at explosives and now 4 people are dead?
Ridiculous.
And several others are injured.
Ridiculous.
I mean, like when I heard the story since yesterday, I have failed to be able to understand how you are chasing a snake and you are shooting at it. Boom, boom, boom.
I mean,
it's irresponsibility.
Welcome to Patrice's
country.
country.
Welcome to my country. So that's the country that you find yourself in. And I just want to say one piece of thing that is, I'm piggybacking on what we spoke about the journalism and all those things. There's somebody around here. No, just 1 minute.
You are taking us far back.
No, I'm not taking you far
back because I have to do this quick break.
I just
then
said,
we begin to talk about the latest.
Less than 30 seconds.
Right.
There's one person that you know who is a solid DJ with no business card. You announce him every day, mention him every day. He plays good music every day, but no business card to get onward business.
Let me go for this break. When I return, we'll get into concerns in relation to latest statistical service report on bribery, which is on the app. But quick breaks and then we return and get into all of those. This is still the 3FM Sunrise.
All right, so my name Black Rasta, and of course, the voice of the patriot, where we speak truth to power. Remember, here we don't criticize, but if we must, on only one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we have taken sides. We are not neutral. We are on the side of the truth, the headquarters of the truth. Subscribe and make sure you hit on the like button. And we would always be knocking on your door so you will feel the truth. Like fire, more fire. My name Black Rasta. All right, so my name Black Rasta, and of course, the voice of the patriot, where we speak truth to power. Remember, here we don't criticize, but if we must, on only one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we have taken sides. We are not neutral. We are on the side of the truth, the headquarters of the truth. Subscribe and make sure you hit on the like button. And we would always be knocking on your door so you will feel the truth. Like fire, more fire. My name Black Rasta. All right, so my name Black Rasta, and of course, the voice of the patriot, where we speak truth to power. Remember, here we don't criticize, but if we must, on only one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we have taken sides. We are not neutral. We are on the side of the truth, the headquarters of the truth. Subscribe and make sure you hit on the like button. And we would always be knocking on your door so you will feel the truth. Like fire, more fire. My name Black Rasta. All right.
Your urban lifestyle radio. 3FM Sunrise. 3FM Morning Show. 3FM 92.7.
3FM Sunrise.
7:21. We're back here in studio, the rest of the team, but we're being joined by Wisdom Safo with our research desk because the Ghana Statistical Service, right, has issued a latest survey in terms of bribery in the country. You marry that with 2 airport workers being sacked for extortion, then really there's a story on our hands. And so, Wisdom, go on into you, and thank you very much for joining us as well. What is this latest we are hearing from the statistical service? They say more people are paying bribe, and I mean, you have the details, so let us have it.
Okay, so good morning, Mawena, and good morning to all our listeners. As you rightly mentioned, the current bribery rate or gift-giving tendency actually dwindled. It reduced by some 100,000 people compared to last year, but it's relatively still high. Last year, we had about 1.6 million people giving gifts, representing some 18.4%. But this year, we have 1.5 million people, meaning there was a 1.6 percentage points decline to some 16.8% in 2025. Now, if you look at the gender statistics, you realize that the prevalence is very high with that of men, with the tendency...
Means more men pay bribes as compared to women.
So if you take 10 men, about 2 of them are willing or are willing to take or give bribes when being going through services. They want to get some services from our government agencies. So it stands at 1.2 million men, and for women we have 11.4%. That's around 327,000. The percentage gap is about 7.9 percentage points. So this is what it means. The prevalence means that if you take 10 women, about, okay, let me just use 100. If you take 100 women, about 11 of them, okay, are willing to give bribes for services. And if you take 100 men, about 19 of them are willing to give bribes. Then we move on to the gifts or what they have been given. What are the things that they are offering as bribes. So money takes the top spot. So money remains king. So money accounted for over 3/4 of reported gifts. So actually, in 2024, it was around 85.2%. But this year, it has risen to some 87.5%. So all the gifts that are being given, if you take about 10 gifts, about 9 gifts are money related or cash. Yes, and for favors, 9%, also up from 4.4% from last year. And food and drinks, well, who give food and drinks for services? You have to
when we get to who is leading the way, the people will start sharing stories as to where food and drinks come.
Food and drinks, okay.
What kind of favors are we talking about?
So favors in terms of you are given bribe. I want some service. I want it expedited. I want to be the first person, maybe cutting the queues, right? Or being let go. I've been stopped by a policeman in traffic. I'm running late. I want to give something small, right? And I'll go. 87.5 or whatever I'll give in terms of that gift to induce them will be money.
Yeah.
Then 9% will be favors.
You promise to do something.
Give the money. Even it's momo, cash.
No, because money is money, right?
Yes.
Money is money.
Take momo on the streets.
I tell you, I don't know. A lot of people.
You said you
Yes, sir, I tell you. Now you say I don't know.
Should I answer for you?
Well, you can
Yes.
do that.
Yeah, they
Yes.
do.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
I agree. I agree
not
with
seen
Patrice
with my
because
eyes,
I think we've seen a lot of publications in that regard on social media.
For that
But the few is not enough to generalize.
Don't put the young man in trouble.
Okay.
Allow him to do his work.
Then we move on to this is very important because you realize that the money that they are given is not big. You realize that 51.6% of the people gave 100 Ghana cedis or less. So if you take maybe the people giving the money, about half of them are giving less than 100 cedis or just 100 cedis. Then 70.9% give only once. That's what they are saying that.
How often they give bribes?
They give the bribe. They'll tell you they give it only once. But in statistics, we have something called response bias. And it will be that they want to withhold certain information from you and just tell you that, it is only once. Maybe they think you prosecute them or in it, something. So I think that would be a response bias. Then move on to the next slide, which talks about the willingness to give bribes. So we see in 2024, right? If bribery occurs if you are given, you accept it. So in 2024, despite an overall decline in bribery, right? As I said in the first slides, fewer citizens reportedly explicitly refusing a demand. So in the transaction, in the conversation between the briber and the bribee, let me just use that word, okay? You have to say, okay, I won't take the bribe. But in 2024, 8.5% of the people said they will not take the bribe.
Okay.
But that has declined significantly.
The other way around. So in 2025, 3.8 people say they will not take the bribe.
Okay.
Reported refusal to give gifts. Okay, so 8.5 people say that I will not take the bribe in 2024. But in 2025, it has reduced to 3.8. Okay. So it means that a lot of people are more accepting the bribes. Yes, they are taking the bribes. It has reduced. So the tendency is that men has reduced from 9.4% to 4.8. And women reduced from 6.6 to 1.7. So a lot of people are taking the bribes. So if you offer the bribes, they are now willing to take it.
Okay,
yes,
right,
I don't know whether it's because of economic hardship. Papa Hughes, what do you think?
I won't say anything.
Well, I mean, it's you can't conclusively say economic hardship. At least we'll need a bit more in terms of a backing. Because I mean, someone is just sending a message, right, in relation to this and asking the question whether there are clear cut lines between a gift and a bribe. and if yes, how clear it is, for instance, right? So
they had
you
a
can have
definition.
conversations. They have a definition.
They
so
had
we'll
a-
get there. We'll get there.
The police. Hey,
Okay, so we move on to the department agencies
Prevalence.
and institutions leading the charge when it comes to. Number one is
So the
police
police is there
MTTD.
twice.
Oh, actually, there's an improvement, but still they are taking the top spot.
What do you mean
Actu-
improvement?
Actually,
No, it's down from 61%
61%
to 53%.
the prevalence. And so there's about
Am I
7
amazing?
percentage points drop here compared to last year, but it's still relatively high. About 53.6% of police MTTDs, were reported taking bribe from
So 2024 as compared to
2024
2025.
as compared to 2025. 2024 it was 61%, but 2025 is 53.6%. Then the second, number 2 on the list is police general duties.
So MTTD are the people you meet on the road.
On the road.
General duties when
The
you
ones-
go
the
into
ones
the
wearing white.
station
They
and you
wear
want
white.
something done for you.
Anthony, why are you
when you want maybe your card is missing, you want a police report.
Yeah.
Those other things,
Other
right?
things. So if you combine the two, you can do the calculations for yourself. So
That's all.
it's also down from some 46.7% compared to last year. So the top one, the number 1 is MTTD, number 2 is police general
Let's put
duties.
clarity to it. Those who are white.
The white is the MTTD.
The white and black, and then those who go for outdoor and funeral.
Yes. Outdoor and
It's
funeral.
not bribe. It's in some body.
Hey. Okay, you can.
Then
you can
there's
see that.
GAPOA.
And Ghana Port and Harbour Authority, and I was surprised. It's a new entry. So this is the first time they claimed the top 3 spots.
And then it should mean that
So there's something happening there that needs to be
astronomical.
investigated. It's
you are,
really.
you are surprised at the ports.
No, they've not
I'm
made it
surprised.
into the report
I'm
before.
surprised actually.
Because
They've not.
We have put
I'm
a
talking to
veil
the
over
data.
them. Yes, you have put a veil. Ports. Ports should be number 1, not police.
the police is number.
No, port.
As for MTTD,
Hey.
no doubt about
Is
it.
your friend.
No doubt.
The police
see,
is your
no
friend.
doubt about it.
You see, the police, they have a rapprochement with you. So when you get there, they are like, oh, hi.
Hi. Hey.
Onya, I say, call traders. Let them talk to you about ports.
Fair.
Hey.
Fair. Let's proceed.
So Morena, I want to give you the regional breakdown
Hey,
of
so scared.
which regions are leading the charge when it comes to because it will be natural for you to think that it will be maybe the Greater Accra regions and
But
the
there's
southern
no
areas.
port in Ashanti region.
But
Okay.
the road,
So
where they carry things through the road.
Inland port.
Yeah. So where traders carry their.
I'm pulling that.
No problem,
that
that's
up
fine. So
briefly.
that has to do with the road on which they drive, the checkpoints that they reach before.
So what
they
if
move.
Accra is
So,
not leading the
yeah.
way? Then which region
It
is?
is possible that it could be Accra. I'll doubt it if Accra does not, because just a road leading to Togo, the road leading to Burkina, and then to La Côte d'Ivoire. So this may be the point. So Western region may. I'm only hazarding. I mean, I don't. he hasn't
Okay,
said
so
And then Red Golu.
let's start the rank.
it. Okay.
So the number 1 here is the Bono East region.
Bono East.
Yes, the Bono East region, followed by the Bono East region leads with 27.6%. Then we go to the Bono region with 27%.
Okay.
Then we come to the Eastern region
Eastern region. Okay.
with 22.7%. Then we go to the OT region
Greater
with
Accra still
21.4%. Greater Accra is not yet in. So number 4, OT region. Number 5, Western region with 21.2%. Then we go to the Upper West region with 20.9%. Then we go to the Savannah.
Those are Are we doing it from the bottom, or these are
from the top
regions
down.
The
which
top
will record
down.
The highest.
The highest
as in
tendency
bribe
of-
payment?
Yes. Yes. Then from that we go to Volta region with 19.9%. Still Accra is not in. Then we go to the Savannah
And then,
region with
what happens in the other regions
70.6%.
must be serious.
It's
So let me explain this.
Then it will explain a bit more, because if you are paying 100 cedis as bribe in the other regions, that's a huge chunk.
Exactly. So here's the
slow down. Is the Forestry Commission part of this?
So no, the Forestry Commission is not part of the top 10.
Is Customs part of this?
So customs
I think should fall
under the Ghana Ports.
And I'm asking this because
I think
the police also.
I'm asking that because when you're traveling out of town, you're carrying something small in your bucket, they will stop you.
The police also fall within the GAPOHES operation. So if we are looking at
that's a fair point. So we have to look at them separately. We have
So
to look
they
at them
combined. I feel they look at it as an institution.
No, I disagree with Ghana Statistical Service.
Well,
This is not
I mean, we can't comprehensively say that they've included
this is not
customs in this,
Yeah.
right? We can't comprehensively or emphatically say that customs has been included in.
Let me finish with the rank.
With
Then
the
we move
regions.
on to Volta region with 19.9%. Then we go to Greater Accra region now with 16.7%. Then we move on to Central region with some 11.5, the Upper East 11.7, Northeast 9.0, and Western North with 9%. So these are the regional breakdown of the data. So that's that.
Gift giving and all that.
Gift giving. You tell us the report defined or try to establish a distinction between gifting and bribery.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that because of that question which was asked. But let us know what you think as well as to this latest report. 053 220 0927 053 220-0927. I mean, this the latest, right? Police leading the way. I'm sure no surprises across the table.
Okay, so
Really.
the definitions.
Okay.
Definition of concept: bribery. Bribery is giving, offering, or receiving something of value, money, a gift, or a favor in exchange for influence or action that violates a legal, ethical, or official duty, especially in dealings with a public official. In plain terms, paying extra, something extra, off the books to get what should be provided fairly.
Okay.
So that's bribery. That's their
bribery.
definition of bribery.
That's their definition.
And gifting.
So, yes. So gifting was not, the explanation of gifting was not given explicitly here.
Achede
Yes, but bribery was.
So like you go to the institution, you're moving out, you give the security man something, or the person who helped you.
I mean, you're done. You're
Right,
done.
yeah,
You've
that is
received the
gift.
service, and you're leaving, and you say, "Oh, I mean, keep the change."
Or you somebody working so hard.
Yeah, you want to give
And
the
you
person
said,
something.
"Chale,
yeah.
obo ejuma, jiwation hona nafa." Yeah.
So that's not bribery.
So this thing is it commensurate with the corruption,
Yeah.
the bribery thing, bribery? So corruption and police is there.
all within. I think.
So they defined corruption as well.
Oh, they define
They said
corruption.
corruption, the misuse of entrusted power for private gain. It is a broader form than bribery, and includes.
Thank you,
Yes.
brother. For
Yes, and includes
corruption will be at the
embezzlement,
top and bribery will be under
misappropriation,
it.
yeah, trading in influence, abuse of office, illicit enrichment, obstruction of justice, patronage, nepotism, and conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So I think
okay.
corruption will be up there. Bribery will be
But
one
the
of
police is not
many
the most
things.
corrupt in Ghana.
But Mawena, I don't know what is driving this.
So it's a legitimate question.
What is really driving all this?
Did
I was trying to get.
did the report suggest in any way what is influencing the? Yes, although compared to 2024, there's a decline. Did
Yeah.
the report indicate what is influencing this? In any way, the report.
The report was not
Did not.
explicit on that. And as a statistician, if you are doing statistics, you just
Get
do
the data and then
assumption. You do
you-
assume, but you can't confidently say that
This
it
is
is
what is
because
driving.
of this
Yes, okay.
that is causing the. They said correlation is not causality. So
Looking at this
so
food
that-
and drinks baskets, what am I seeing? Bread, What's the one?
Yeah, you see, let me share what colleagues have shared.
Tell me.
This is my personal experience.
That's
So,
okay.
Relax. I think DJ Phil should look for the song.
You understand?
Is it
So
wine?
sometimes you could be driving, and then there's food, and then your friends on the road will say, "Oh, farmer me." That also falls.
Was it food stuff?
in
Maybe
line.
those favor.
So
That's a
sometimes when
favor.
hey na dokono no to ma unkwana media we you know those sort of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Microphone.
Yeah, I'm saying that the truck driver who's carrying a load full of
Right.
rice
Beyond the axle.
beyond the
axle levels.
will definitely have to part with a bag or two.
That's why I'm surprised that they said Accra is not leading, because we drive in
Yeah.
Accra, we see.
And I wanted to
Perhaps that
explain
will
one thing
explain a bit more in terms of the regions. as
When we
well.
come back, I still insist that the police is not the most corrupt. We are missing the most corrupt people in this country.
is?
Based on what?
Traders. Traders and artisans are the most corrupt. Cast your mind back. You would realize. Traders.
Why so?
Oh, are you talking about the Kalabule?
No, not
from the
Kalabule. So
Kalabule.
let me just break it down. Those who sell at the markets, tomatoes, onions, all those kind of things. You go buy tomatoes and you see the beautiful ones.
One Olunka, but
Underneath it.
That's Kalabule.
That's Kalabule,
Clever
right?
bully.
Oh, okay, clever.
Clever
Okay,
bully.
all right,
Yeah.
okay.
Clever bully, yeah.
They are the most corrupt. They'll sell you something that is rotten. You wouldn't see it until you reach home and open and you see that, oh wow. It's a-
Me and them people
they,
fire
yeah,
wire.
they are the most corrupt
People fire
and
wire.
artisans. So you take your car to the mechanic and you ask him to buy a part, and even if it's not deteriorated or it's not spoiled, they will tell you it is spoiled. They have to replace it. You give them money, they don't, because you don't have the capacity to go underneath the car to check. So they lie about a lot. They are the most corrupt. Go to Apostle Kai and see.
So,
You see,
so,
it comes back to a mindset.
Yes.
Sort of.
so we're going to buy. Well, a friend of mine was going to buy a vehicle. I'm like, a friend who has now become a sister. We're going to buy a vehicle, and she had saved 160,000, and she wanted to buy a 4x4 or some home used vehicle. So I asked the guy that I want to test drive the vehicle. He was very he didn't want to agree. Okay. So eventually he agreed that we can test drive the vehicle. He would sit at the back. Then we hit the road. I hit the brake. And then I started hearing fing, fing, fing. I said, So I said, this is Otis will. We ended up buying the vehicle at 100,000 because the vehicle was just everything. AC. Yeah, fix the AC, no bad song.
Cardinals.
Oh,
Corruption,
But
not police.
where do you draw the line?
You see that's
Yeah,
why
but
that's
it's a
why I make,
mindset.
that's why I make
It's
the
a
point
mindset.
as to it's a horrible
Traders.
disposition
The marketplace
to
is
want to
terrible.
fleece your neighbor.
Yeah.
And I always tell people this story about how problematic the mindset of the Ghanaian worker is. Because I was growing up, I remember very well, Awoshi, NIC. I lived there for close to 5 years, right? And where I lived, there was always a problem with the face going off. Every time your face will go off, and then the ECG workers will come. So one evening they had gone off again. I was by the roadside buying oat. It's a woman who sells oat. By the roadside when I get to NIC. And they were coming by to go and fix the same thing again. So I was blurting out that, what is it that one problem, every day you come back to come and fix it? You can't fix it once and for all for the people to be free. And there was an older man who was seated and also getting oat. And he made a comment which I have never forgotten. It stayed with me throughout. He says, Akolana odi juma ye nyane saa.
when they finish
As I
the
said, we no china wasamba be yebu sana ye juma. To wit, I am a child. I don't understand how work is. You must fix it such that tomorrow you come and fix it again. And I couldn't understand. I couldn't come to terms with what he was telling me, that when there's a problem, don't fix it. Come and play around it so that tomorrow you come and fix it again. Then it looks like you are doing, you are working. And
It's just like
for
those who
me,
say the justice system. I mean, if it works so swiftly, if it works so swiftly, I mean, would lawyers make an honest living?
You can't develop a country with people thinking that the work you must not do it.
Look,
so if you can mirror this, so he explains why a road will be done. There'll be potholes, they'll patch it, and then weeks later, they'll go and patch it again. You can't develop a country with people with the mindset that you must work for there to be work to come and do again tomorrow.
What will you do tomorrow? If you do everything today, what will you do tomorrow?
But if you do it that way, you always be patching potholes. You always going to be fixing face-off.
There's a reason people don't take their vehicles to wayside mechanics. Because you go and tell him about your brake, he will fix the brake and destroy your headlight.
We call it matra makwe.
Yes. And then you have to bring the headlight back to him. He will fix it and then put the
police is not the
everything.
It is
everything. Everything.
Your point is well made. Yes. But I wanted to draw the line. Where do we draw the line? Because there's a thin line between exploitation and business.
Right.
Okay. I understand you brought in the lie aspect. Someone will tell you that I'm a businessman. Whatever I will do, which is ethical, to get money from you, I will do it. You call it exploitation. There's a thin line.
You use the keyword ethical.
Ethical. If it's ethical, I don't think it's exploitation. I think it's business.
No, you see, ethics is what will not allow it to get into exploitation because ethics doesn't allow for exploitation.
But even when it comes to ethics, there's deontological ethics, teleological ethics, and situational ethics. There are various strands of ethics. You cannot just come and say that you are being ethical and trying to rip off people. What is the standard?
We don't have a statutory threshold for gifts. We currently heard the president talk about the code of conduct for political appointees, and we heard him mention 20,000 Ghana cedis.
As gifts should not go beyond the threshold of 20,000.
I mean, for his political appointees. But if we benchmark that with other countries, you'll be surprised. Looks like Ghana is about 20 times how much countries like the US that is looking at $20 and $50.
Do they even pay taxes on those gifts? You are the statistics.
That is $50. I mean, the EU is doing 50 euros. Australia is doing $100. Canada is doing 200. UK is doing 140 pounds.
3FM.
And in Ghana, we are doing 20,000 Ghana cedis, which is
translates to
$1,700 US. So, I mean,
peculiar problems requiring peculiar.
We even have in our laws gift tax. Tax.
Yeah.
Do they pay gifts?
It's an informal economy. It's an informal economy. It's very difficult to tax an informal economy.
Kofi Tano says, I also think journalists are corrupt in Ghana. He sends this message on Facebook.
I have explained the problems of journalists.
But there's still the question hanging. Why are we still giving? Because I asked my colleagues, I've gotten some feedback from them, and they were like, see, if I let the police MTTD process me and send me to court, the stress that he himself will go through, I should just give him the 100 cedis or the 50 cedis and go.
That is where the spot fines are supposed to come in. The MTTD boss,
Alex
yes, I just wanted to get ACP was here, says that now no police officer has to even ask to see your license or take your license from you or anything.
It's easier
when you cross the traffic line.
No, he is working very, very effectively.
Yes, he is.
But he has men under him.
It's easier said.
Who are not making his
what
work.
Technology is backing what he's saying to make it feasible.
I'm making the point. I'm making the point.
I'm saying
right?
what technology is backing some of these beautiful things we hear them say. Because you're saying that just show them the card, right? You show them the card or you give them a number. What technology do they have to verify?
Julius Nikwe.
How can they verify?
The DVLA boss, right? He showed me that
There's a system now.
There's a system. The police have a system that they can check your roadworthy, and you can actually check your insurance as well. So
yes, as for the insurance,
star 920.
So
If
is the next phase POS machines that are
So
look, they have the
here's
machines. They
what
no, I'm saying that is the next phase
For
POS
payments.
machines that are going to execute.
Here's
or,
what's supposed
or
to
do
happen.
collections
Kay.
for spot fines
So
and things like that.
when you cross a red light, the technology which has been introduced has been piloted, right? And a number of colleagues have received messages.
A photo would take you.
Yes. When you cross the red light, you receive a message
text
on your phone.
phone.
You violated traffic regulations at this
so and
stretch.
so at this
Click
time.
to see a video of what you did, and this is how much you pay. You understand? That is what has been piloted and must be rolled out. The question we have to be asking is, why after this pilot? Because when he sat here, he told us that the pilot has been done.
Yeah.
It is left with rolling out. Why is it not being rolled out? Who is preventing the rollout of the system such
the
that
rollout,
stop?
the prevention of the rollout is the solution itself. They say it is going to solve.
But the point is
ask
that,
any technology person.
But the point
how
is that-
feasible what they are saying?
No,
If what they are
because
saying is
because
exactly
I have received that message before.
Okay.
as a passenger.
No, as
Because
a
a
passenger.
driver, you
relax.
picture this, a
when you
driver and a
go,
passenger.
yes, when you breach,
Cross
so
a red,
you
a
pay
red light.
what
Who
the
receives
system.
the
No, so
notification?
here is the thing. Who receives the notification is the vehicle owner, right?
Yeah.
So every vehicle is registered to a person.
Fantastic.
That's why when you are doing home use and you sell and you don't go through the right
The
channels
right
to
processes,
transfer ownership, when a person is violating traffic regulations, you will be the one paying the fine per this system.
But why don't they use that to fight Galamsey? Because the what do you call it?
I mean, it's
excavators and everything. They're registered in people's
Is it the
names.
vehicle
It's a-
owner who committed the offense?
Yeah, but it is
or
your
the
vehicle. It is
No,
your
it's
vehicle.
your
but you are
vehicle.
not the offender.
No,
So,
Okay,
so if
what
you,
I
so,
believe
so
is
if
that
you,
we
if
must
you
start
want to
from
even,
somewhere.
if you want to make an insurance claim, for example,
If I give you my phone and you use my phone as a weapon to strike Helen here,
hey,
is the phone?
Don't
is
say-
the
poor
phone?
Helen.
sexy don don.
It is you
Sexy
who
don don.
used
No,
the
no,
phone.
no,
It comes back to you.
I'm coming. Sexy Don Don. Do you know why Sexy Don Don's trial is keeping on? Sexy Don Don. Somebody used his ID card to register something. Sexy Don Don.
Yeah.
You remember Sexy Don Don?
The matter of the MP and all of that. So the system,
It comes
where
to you don't care who is driving.
the
It comes to
question,
owner.
the question
you
I am,
you own it. You have the
the question
liability.
I will ask is, why hasn't the system been rolled out? Because there are colleagues in the office who've received the pilot message that you violated traffic regulation here. We are here. We are having a conversation as to what Wisdom was saying was, if you don't do it, the police will process you. Fines are supposed to take care of some of these traffic regulations. A system has been introduced to deal with it. Why is it not being rolled out?
There's a lot of money
so that
and
we can stop wasting everybody's time. When you cross, go. You receive the message. Why elsewhere in China, were they not introducing
Even in the UK.
ratings that when you don't wear your seatbelt, your what's the name? Your ratings as a good citizen, you'll be dwindling,
Mawena.
and you will get to a point where it will affect your credit
Mawena.
ratings.
Let's tell Mawena.
Mawena,
Helen has the answer.
Ask Mawena,
As to why
ask
it's not being
Helen.
rolled out. She has
Ask
the answer.
Helen in the UK. You can offend the traffic regulations. Go and park the car. They will find you and put the yellow tickets in a plastic
Oh, by
bag
the time
and
you
keep
get
it.
home,
It
they've
will be
written to
there.
Yes, please tell
What
them
are
why
you?
it's not being
It
rolled
will
out.
be there. It will be there.
So that's what the system, this system which has been brought in, is supposed to do.
Patrice,
If I say the reason, they say I am the one. Please tell them the reason is not being rolled out.
You go and park the car underground.
Oh, Helen.
Park the car underground.
So that once the car is
It will
registered in
be
your name,
there.
Patrice, don't say I'm in cahoots
Do you know
with
why
this,
the
your
fine
agenda.
system will not work?
we have to do
I want
so.
to
The reason
Let's
why
analyze
the fine system will not work effectively is because if you don't change the mindset, it will go back to square one. Look, if you bring the fine, let's say 50 cedis, right? Oh,
Yeah,
and the
fine,
mindset is still there about taking and receiving gift. And you'll be like, give me 40 cedis and go your way. You will pay
No,
the
you
40
see,
cedis.
Here is where I think that will not happen, because you see, with the system, and I'm speaking in relation to the system which has been introduced, it doesn't need human interface.
Oh, there will be human involvement, Mauna.
Here's the point I'm making: that it doesn't. At least
You are not in the villages. You are not in the on the highways.
So let me give you
human
an answer
beings
to your
there.
question. If you are given commission on the number of arrests you make, you will definitely arrest a lot more people and your commission will go higher.
Yeah.
So if the police arrest 50 people, he gets, let's say, 20% commission or 30% commission. If you arrest 1,000 people, you get 80% commission. When you add a commission to the number of arrests, they'll do that.
Right.
Well.
Fair enough. We have to do sports. I'm just going to read a few more of the messages that have come through. This one from William Nyako on Facebook says, "Good morning, Mawena and colleagues. What more do some Ghanaians expect President Mahama to say about a third term? He made it clear as far back as last year in Malaysia that he will not contest again. So why the constant noise? President Mahama is not the greedy man some assume him to be. Imagine what the NPP could have done with the absolute control of Parliament in Ghana. Let us allow the president the peace of mind he deserves to govern effectively."
Yeah, I agree with the last one. The peace of mind he deserves to govern effectively.
Eric in Michelle Camp says, "Good morning, gentlemen. The kind of corruption happening at the port needs to be studied. This is not small amount too. The lease is 500 cedis." Eric at Michelle Camp. So you can as well share a message with us. 053-220-0927. 053-220-0927. Let's do sports. Murtala is here.
I think these days I would have to wait for you guys to wrap up before I come in.